Hi, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. My name is Adam, Dungeon Master for this, the 18th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Austin as Erich, we have Ryan as Henwick, we have Bob as Kalidan, and we have Nick as Jimmy. Last time, they spent some time in and around Warrenhide, the Deep Gnome civilization. Inside, Henwick interacted with friends and family. Outside, party interacted with a dwarf and a couple tabaxi.
Speaking of which, do you mind? There's something that I wanted to leave at town.
Okay.
I'm going to leave Wevy the tattered spellbook that I've been carrying around.
Okay.
Okay. So she has that, so she can copy Speak with Animals if she wants.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said 18? You sure it's not 17?
Yeah, this is 18.
Okay. And I'm missing one for something.
Oh.
I keep careful track for.
I guess we should have started over. Ryan's missing one.
Yeah, might as well. Back to level 1, everybody.
Oh, damn it. Never mind. We're good.
From the top.
Level 1? I thought you would be happy that at the end of last episode I gave experience that turned out to be enough that they went to 6.
I got 2 13s.
So you've been messed up for a while. But anyway, so they leveled up to level 6. But that was right as, they spent like a day and a half after leaving the town. And I told them pretty much that they, were walking along the cavern, and I just told them basically an encounter begins.
Yes.
And that's where that's where we'll pick up.
An encounter begins.
Didn't actually express why, but you'll find out very quickly why you don't get a choice in this encounter. Okay. You are walking from this direction and walking along here. Put yourselves down in order along that path, probably with the front end being around here.
Sis? Who's this?
That is your guy. Your extra guy.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Alright.
Argyle.
Looks weird, but that's fine. So there's me.
So you set up here?
Shush. You're at the
What
back.
am I doing?
What?
The front is up here. Front of the party at the point where this is beginning is about halfway up.
Yeah, you can't go past the nets.
Yes, the nets are wall.
Vic, I take it you're up there with me in front?
Yeah.
I didn't want to assume, because that's how you make an ass out of yourself. Get those two part. You're going to be further back than that. Shield guy, or you want him, Ryan?
Next to me.
Doing his job, barely fitting through these
Yeah,
tunnels.
he is at half speed through some bits of this tunnel here.
I imagine he just goes into collapsible mode and just treads his way forward.
He doesn't have that.
That'll be a lot of research to get from the transformer mode.
Yes. Otherwise, we need.
Initiatives?
Sure, let's start with initiatives.
6.
13. You got 13, Brian? You got
15.
I got 3.
Get your demon dice out of the box. Let's cast.
Okay, so 3 would be.
Didn't you get 4? You have +2 to dex.
4, yes. Basic math. The vein of us all.
Yeah.
You were 13?
Yes.
Okay, so that means. Here.
I don't know what about Argyle and the Tengu.
I got it.
I'm just going to call it the Tengu Change Purse, because that's what it sounds like.
Sure, whatever.
Well, I can't just keep doing this every time.
Yeah, I know. They've all, none of them have even done so.
Yeah, I think we just call her Clank or...
Clank,
Yeah, we call her Clank.
Clank is how I've written it down.
Mm-hmm.
I go like this.
Hello, bird.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm too far in. I remembered what monster I'm looking for.
Oh, well, you're fired then. Can't allow such failures with leadership.
Leadership seems to be like context dependent in this group at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously me. Almost all the time.
It's you when we have basically any sort of social thing that we have to do.
Okay.
They probably have the high ground.
Because when we do like investigations,
Some of them totally
me
do.
and Jimmy off doing stuff.
And whenever blacksmithing needs to be done away from the party without anyone discussing it, I'm in charge.
Actual blacksmithing would technically go to Ryan, or did
Yeah,
you end up with that?
Yeah, I'm proficient with smith's tools.
Okay.
I'm 10%.
Furthermore,
to learning proficiency.
you each need a luck check.
12.
7.
13.
11.
Where are their stats?
So, Ryan wins.
Such high luck rolls.
Hey, it didn't zero out, so that's nice. I don't know. I like just having unlucky characters.
unlucky.
The ability to just zero out luck. What's your luck roll? Negative.
Oh, good. One person. Roll a die for your construct. It has no bonus.
Okay.
Will be 20.
12.
Oh, okay. Literally none of you are lucky. Because as you're walking through this tunnel, some of the cave structures from the ceiling above you freaking start falling on almost all of you.
Now, the question is there a roaper further in if we're dealing with babies?
What do you think?
Probably.
But the better question is, do I get a save?
No, they have to make an attack roll.
Oh, good, then I'm fine.
Oh, it's even worse.
I got credit.
No. If they miss, they take damage. So in other words, your AC is actually going to hurt them because you were unlucky enough to have one try to fall.
As they just faceplant directly into the ground.
In this case, it might literally just be smashing itself against his armor.
Just bounces off a pauldron. Aw, poor baby.
Just stab ground.
Okay. So let's start with you, because they are at 18, so. 21,
Misses.
which misses.
They have to crit to hit Bob.
And they almost max damage themselves.
Well, unfortunately, they only take half damage from themselves.
Well, it's the max that they could have taken from themselves.
Yes. And then to Kalidan, it does crit.
I'm Kalidan.
I'm sorry, did I misread that?
Yes,
I
sir.
meant Erich. Sorry. I went the order on here instead of the order on here.
Mhm.
12.
So does Erich take 12 damage?
Yes. Moving back to Argyle.
I don't know. He's got decent armor now.
Yeah, I don't think that is going to hit.
Well, his armor is still bad.
But no, it's good enough.
I'm only have okay AC. He's got bad AC.
Hey, you finally got to a monster that has to crit to hit you.
That's all I ask.
That's all I ask you. General thing. They have to crit.
This 15 hit?
Oh, I'm being attacked?
Yes.
Okay. Shield Guardian uses reaction to provide me +2 AC.
Does 15 hit?
Yes.
No, I got 17 AC while he's protecting me.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking over there, it's like 12 plus 2 is still only 14.
Yeah, what happened?
Mage armor. I cast that when we decided to go down the dangerous path.
Okay.
Fortunately, Brian's insane amount of notes. Yeah, probably.
I'm guessing 7 does not hit the Shield Guardian.
Shield Guardian, 17 AC.
And then
Tingo and me.
Tengu met his luck check.
Okay. Then it's just me back there.
Which is good, because Tengu isn't supposed to be fighting.
That's actually Tengu's good stat.
Wow.
Then how did he wind up with us?
To be fair,
that
he was
a
bought
lucky
out of
break.
slavery.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
Now, in making bad decisions of staying with us, less so.
Does 17 hit?
Well, that's no longer luck.
Yeah, that comes down to intelligence. And that was not a...
I mean,
Good
there's
stat.
a lot of allies in my area, but there's also a lot of enemies in my area. And that's a dangerous decision to leave up to a sorcerer.
Hey, I now have something to make dangerous decisions too. In terms of head, or is a 10-foot radius around me?
I don't know how much electricity I can absorb. Oh wait, I can take half damage from all the electricity.
At this point, there are now swarms of these little things, 6 of them at this point so far, that have fallen down around you guys and are basically starting to inch their way back up towards the walls. Ceiling's about 20 feet above you. There are various stalactites up there, some of which may be more of these. Some
I
of which
really
may not.
wish I had the taunt ability so I would all have to attack me. Like, is that a thing that I can take?
No, and even if so, they literally couldn't. You guys have to get
Directly
under them for them to...
Well, aren't they trying to go back up?
Yes.
So they can move.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't they go over and attack Bob?
Because they have to get to the ceiling.
Oh, they don't have enough.
Their only attack is drop.
So if I'm up on the ceiling with them...
I hate you.
You literally run up there, do all the explosions you want. It's 20 feet up there. We could duck down and not get hit by shockwaves.
Are they leaving areas?
Not yet. Their speed is 5 feet, so they are literally incapable of leaving areas. But they are each inching away.
I feel like they could, because they'd have to be using disengage to not provoke AOE.
No, they were in our space. They used
They
the
were in their
5-foot
space. They used the
movement
5
to
foot
get-
space to move outside of your space.
I mean,
So they have now moved...
when they leave our reach.
Oh yeah, we can smack them then.
Yeah. And because of how tight the corridors are, it's not really until they're climbing up outside of your reach that they're leaving. Otherwise, they're just right there next to you trying to get up. Henwick.
I got a dude next to me.
Yeah, certainly.
If I move away, does he attack me?
No.
No.
He has literally no method of doing so.
He's like, oh, you wait like 20 minutes. I'm going to get you for this.
Oh, it takes them less than a minute to climb back up there.
20 feet at 5, yeah, so about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright.
Long time in combat. Long time in combat.
Firebolt. So, 19?
19, I'm going to guess, is going to hit. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
And that was yours, so let's see.
7 damage.
4 damage.
Does it just double the damage or 2 fire bolts?
2d10. We're level 5.
Well, yeah. With my Eldritch Blast, I have to roll twice.
Yes, you do 2 separate attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
pretty unique with Eldritch Blast.
That's why when it hits, it can knock
Anything
you
else?
back multiple times.
Nope.
Yep. Alright.
Which, now I also have Slowing Bolt and Eldritch Bolt, or Pushing Bolt.
I'm going to try and hit it. The one that tried to fall on me. 19.
Yeah, you get him.
Oh boy. 7. You dirty dog. 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I have +5 from strength, +2 from duelist.
Like splats. Like it's like this weird slug slug-like things.
Wait,
It's actually they're like
is it tasty?
It looks like
no.
rocks.
It looks like a slug. It might fit tasty.
It looks like
But is it
Does
tasty?
it have 2 mouths?
No,
no. It
the
has
other
like
one-
it has like a little mouth and it has like weird claw things around it that it can use to hold to the.
Well,
Yeah.
underneath its eye, it looks like it has another mouth.
That's its actual. That would probably be its actual mouth.
Yeah.
So no, it has a thing to suck to the ceiling and a mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attack again. For 12? Yeah, 12. Does that hit?
You managed to hit the rocky exterior side of one and scrape off.
I
So,
would have accepted no as well.
well, that's not what you got.
You got story, not a yes or no.
Jimmy, unless you have anything else.
No.
No, I didn't think so. Jimmy.
The worst tail end Charlie ever.
I need to get out of things so I'm not disadvantaging while shooting.
Ridiculous that they would technically get that, but
Yeah.
when you break down the idea for why they would get it, is they knock it out and this thing cannot.
So I can see this one. Can I see this one on the wall or this one?
You can see this one, not that one.
Okay.
Feel free to show.
Over 20.
Yeah.
9 damage. And just
Do you not get
push it. No, I did not take that invocation yet. Let's see.
What technically does your slow ability do? Does it slow them by 10 feet?
I believe it slows them down to 5. You would have to check Xanathar's.
Well, what is it called?
Lethargy. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, yeah, 10. So I missed the second one.
Lance of Lethargy. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with your Eldritch Blast, you can reduce that creature's speed by 10 feet until the end of your next turn.
Okay, yeah, so it's just stuff there.
Yeah, it now has a speed of 0.
Yes.
Of -5.
It moves backward on each of the turn.
Or it gives somebody in the party an extra 5 feet of movement.
That makes sense. He should gain 5 extra movement.
And there's probably more combat today, so no one gets inspirations. I'm good.
Erich.
There's a lot of people near me.
Yes, there are. Just do it.
I want to.
Don't make me waste a spell because you're being a dick.
But I could probably get all of them.
I'm beating all of the enemy and all of the players.
No, not me.
Yes.
I got away. What?
Nah, I could do that. If I move over here, I could hit everybody. With Tidal Wave. Boom! I'm pretty sure, yeah. 20, yeah, I think I could get him.
It's a little cramped right now, but yeah.
Nah, I think I can miss him by like 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's just slightly too far for Tidal Wave to hit Well, I guess I just use shots from grass.
This was your pet.
Yes. I got a 10.
10 misses. Anything else?
Get some altitude.
Start walking up the wall.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Uncrowd this area.
Shield Guardian's turn?
No. I put him in the other group and just rolled a die set for him, Argyle, and Clank.
Oh, okay. I've got his stat block, so I can roll his attacks.
Yes, yeah, I'll do that when it happens. But the other enemy comes first.
Yeah.
Because you are right.
And you even have the correct pawn for it.
I know, it's great, isn't it? As the stalagmite in the room up ahead starts lashing out with tendrils. Let's see.
I'm standing in the way. And what you need to do is run out there through all its tendrils, drop lightning poop, then come back.
Double step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It
so
seems like
first tendril.
Come on, you
No.
love using your...
Knowledge Arcana check?
Oh, yeah, you can do that on your turn.
No.
First tendril is going towards Kalidan. 18 misses. Next tendril towards Kalidan. Misses. Towards Kalidan.
That hit.
Hits. Alright, let's see. You are grappled.
That's rude of him.
Restrained and have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. And it gets one more tendril. It's going to carry on past to Argyle. Let me check this one. Yeah, easily. So, you upgraded him to plate mail, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is 18 plus his shield.
Yes.
So that would be 20. And that hits. It's real.
He pulls you in.
Is he
Hold
allowed
on.
to?
No,
Right.
Dwarven plate. I don't believe Bob can be moved.
Yeah. He can move me 10 less feet than he's normally allowed to.
Then that is fine.
We can reel for like 20 feet or something.
25. You were just close enough to.
I don't suppose this guy weighs less than 5 pounds.
No, you can't.
Catapult! He's destroyed!
And he will use his. How smart is it? It is probably able to recognize. No, you're both.
Both covered in armor
No,
and shield.
covered in armor and
The
shield.
exact same type. Bob's is just magical. Does it have detect magic?
No, of course not. It is able to recognize the difference in difficulty it physically had.
It just missed me once, a natural 20 on the other. So it looked like it was
It missed
easy.
you twice.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
It gets 4 of those things?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Well, they haven't done any damage. They're just reeling you into a mouth currently.
Yeah. You know what? Luck check.
Natural 1.
You win.
Okay.
So that would be a 2.
Okay. So it bites into Kalidan.
It's quite the victory.
Well, Bob,
To be fair,
Bob's first concern is
yeah,
hell,
it is
not
based on
himself.
yeah.
Wait.
Argyle.
I'm sorry, Argyle. You're right.
Yeah, I was like, no, I won. That means that I should have, like, I was thinking, no, if I rolled a 1, I guess he doesn't understand that I consider this the good part.
I just used the wrong name.
So who's taking damage?
Argyle.
Well, he's got a lot of HP.
And he's also a Goliath, so he can negate a d12 of it.
Rigged.
Yeah, he totally rigged it. That was bullcrap right there.
Oh, well.
Hacks.
I think that's what he does. Yeah, so he's basically started biting his way into Argyle.
Delicious. It only got
Only got one
not
attack.
Oh, no. And that did also trigger
Shield Guardian, Argyle,
that
and
guy.
Ooh, critted.
Yeah,
Oh, someone following me?
not you.
on Argyle.
Argyle just taking a beat.
I have really bad luck, and Argyle's reaping it.
Um,
I thought for sure I was finally getting hit.
nope, you're not in the spot where one of them was. I placed the others after they fell on you guys from luck checks. That's. Okay, now, it is Argyle, Shield Guardian, and Clank.
He better be trying to get himself out, not me. I'm going to be annoyed, because my first move is going to try to get him
I'm
out.
guessing verbally you've made that very clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield Guardian going ahead and throwing a punch at the guy next to him.
The one that's slowed. Yeah,
Unless you want to get him.
that's fine. Finish them off.
Alright. So. Natural 20.
Oh, nailed it.
So he gets 6, 11, so 17 plus 4. So 21 damage to that guy.
The one I hit earlier.
Squish.
You splats it against the. He is at half movement in this corridor.
Okay.
Because he is very large and the corridor is very small.
Well, he's just moving on the other side of me, so that's fine.
I don't want to be grappled. I'm putting this giant Shield Guardian in front of me.
I'm gonna go punch this guy here. So 15.
Versus another small one.
15 total would hit.
Yep. Alright. So 12.
12 damage, and which one is that?
That guy.
This one here, so.
These like little cardboards that have just numbers on
That was the one you'd hit, right?
I shot.
No, that was the one. This was the one you would hit, right? That one
over
was
there.
I shot that one with a firebolt.
the one that you just hit now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one that's taking damage. Okay, then yes, that one is also gone.
And I
Shield
didn't hit
Guardian
the one I
just
hit.
splatting.
I just knew there was one that had taken damage. I forgot which one it was.
That's his turn.
Does Clank want to throw a dagger or something?
This is the only one next to it, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna move back here.
Seeing how his usual protectors currently...
He literally isn't holding any weapons.
Yeah. Fear my glowy sword.
We really gotta get better enchantments for that thing. I don't know what happened.
So Argyle did not make a strength check?
No. Restrained. Although technically strength check. Technically he has disadvantage on it as well.
But it wouldn't matter. You could just roll
yeah.
worse.
Yeah, exactly. So he is still stuck there, but he is trying to free himself.
I could walk over and then take Bob with Thunderstep.
Take Argyle with Thunderstep. I'll be fine from Thunderstep.
I think Argyle got more HP still.
Can have resistance to Thunderstep and take half damage on top of having really decent saves. Because I get +1s for my stupid little cloak.
It's thunder damage, not electricity.
I don't know if that is included in absorb energy.
Yes. Because you can pick.
And back to the top.
That just...
Hey, did that move out of my area?
That one technically did. Can you do anything?
I can hit him.
I think they're just at disadvantage while restrained.
Am I? Yeah. I even have a small-sized weapon. I think short swords are small, right?
Yes. But it doesn't matter for restrained.
Yeah, creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage.
Okay.
And disadvantage on dex saves.
Oh, he said it was strength saves.
And strength saves and strength checks. Roper. There's additional things the roper
special
does.
plus
Okay.
restrained.
Yeah. But yes, you're right. Just at disadvantage.
So, natural 1 or a 19. I'm going to take that natural 1.
Good decision. It's fine.
What about either... Nah, I guess they're still all within
They're
shield
just-
guardian's range.
Yeah.
He's taller, too.
Yep, they're just walking along the wall there. Let's see. But that would then go to Henwick.
Oh, yes.
Web him.
I don't think he's one of those movie enemies.
So, I get a 17 on my Knowledge Arcana check.
Nice.
To learn about the roper.
17 total.
Yes.
So, yeah, you probably enough know that it's related to these other things that are falling down on you. They're semi-rare cave.
Do I know
Formation.
anything about its abilities? How potentially...
You know that it can regrow tendrils when they're broken off relatively quickly. It basically pulls things in and consumes them.
do I know if the creature has any sort of intelligence to it?
Nothing great. To your knowledge, they don't even speak, but as far as actual thoughts, you're not sure.
It's a big dumb animal rock.
Wasn't sure. Okay. Let's see. Who's in the most danger who isn't currently grappled by a roper?
We're pro.
No
one's in danger besides Argyle and me.
Okay.
Yep, just them.
No, literally, it takes a couple more turns for these things to get back up high enough to fall back down, and then you have to get underneath them.
I don't have single target spells outside of like my cantrips.
You got Witch Bolt.
And Witch Bolt, yeah.
Hey, you have the high ground. You're on a wall. You are higher than the roper. Therefore, you have advantage on Witch Bolt.
Only if I gives it to me.
You know, to try and find out.
No, only the party gets that again used against them. The bad guys don't have negatives like that.
Of course not. No. It's my game, my bad guys win! That's clearly how it always happens, right?
Well, I mean, you do kind of despise us from time to time, so we're sort of the bad guys. I know upon occasion, I'm certainly the bad guy.
He's not wrong! you know, you're figuring out what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's playing Minecraft. He's working on this Coliseum, and this game's really interrupting his building time.
Alright.
You know, I'd actually be wondering that if I couldn't see the computer.
I'm sure super not good.
All that for a firebolt?
No. I'm casting Magic Missile in a 3rd level slot.
Is that what each of them go to different targets?
It could, if I wanted it to, but they're all hitting the roper.
It's like,
Oh, you're talking... Okay.
master damage.
So...
I can also cast Magic Missile.
I can cast all sorts of AoE.
Still get those.
Hey, if we ever get into group combat where they're not all directly on top of us, he'll be golden.
I was just looking at that. I'm like,
9.
I don't has targets.
9, 4, 13, 16.
It's really liking that.
16 damage?
Yep.
Plus intelligence, or did you already add that in?
Here.
I don't get intelligence damage.
No, I thought Magic Missile did.
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It just gets a +1.
Oh,
So roper damage.
yeah. Anything else?
We'll move.
Within roper area?
No. Yeah, I'll stay there.
Hide behind the shield guardian where it can't rope you.
Yeah.
Paladin.
I'm gonna try to... Can I attack the tendrils holding Argyle directly?
You would have disadvantage on an attack.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
But you'd have
Yes.
disadvantage on a strength check to break himself free too, so
Yes.
it doesn't really matter one way or another.
Okay, now I'm restrained. Would I be able to use Magic Missile on the tendrils to destroy them? But I don't know if I can cast that whilst restrained and also directly next to someone.
You'd have disadvantage, but Magic Missile doesn't have a roll.
Yeah.
You can still
And the
use
same
your
thing
hand.
with grapple or restraint prevents...
Yeah.
And it's not a concentration spell, so nothing to worry that way.
Don't worry about the AC. You can certainly try.
Okay, well I'm going to do that and try to blast off the tendrils holding Argyle.
Okay.
You still only have first level slots?
Yeah.
I will point something out that you could have noticed at this point just as a player.
What?
Technically, the roper in the initiative order goes before Argyle.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure you're aware of that.
Oh, so you're saying you just grab him again?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know if cutting off the tendrils deals damage.
I could do
Yeah.
I could do an action surge to throw him. To throw Argyle. He probably wouldn't resist.
Yeah, but he would probably still completely be within roper range.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know how far a sack of potatoes and I can chuck him.
Yeah. Plus, you would be holding them like this. And
Yeah.
How much
Yeah, no.
would me attacking the tendrils hurt the roper?
You do not know.
Alright, I guess I'll just make myself a bigger target and attack the roper directly then with swords. So that's a 2, so 10.
10 to hit, 10 misses.
Alright,
Or clanks, but yeah.
12.
Clanks.
Alright.
Action surge or not?
You are definitely making yourself noticed there.
Okay,
Slashing,
I'll action surge and try to hit again.
By the way,
12. No, wait,
You're
no,
using
wait.
a sword,
It's
and you
magical.
have not specifically said. Have you activated the...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was on fire when those things dropped.
Okay. Yeah. Just let me know if they happen.
Oh,
on!
hey, that one probably hit. 22?
Yes! Yes, it did.
9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 damage.
Because you're just sliding that sword. Oh, there's a vulnerable slot, Slink.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to my rock saying, I wonder if I have his attention now.
Perhaps you do.
Argyle better get away. I'm trying to get his attention.
Jimmy?
Neutron.
Crack corn.
You see the roper from
He
here?
probably cares.
Yes.
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
No.
That's 11, I think.
Nope.
Almost,
The boss is 4.
14 plus 5. Yeah, plus 8. So
22. Same as I got.
for 5 damage. And,
No save?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. He had to roll to hit.
Alright, true. You don't have to do both. Physician's pretty good about that. The question is, do they go with him?
That is the question.
And if so, with my not being knocked back 10
No
feet
saving
count.
throw. Just you knock them away when you hit.
No, but they're still.
And that reduces his speed by 10 feet. Or 10 feet.
By 10 feet. And that's pretty effective on him.
Yeah. Well, it would be if he didn't just tendril things to him.
It's almost like that's why it's done.
And if there's anything else with you, we go to Erich.
Wait, can I see the book real fast? I'm trying to remember if it's 5 or 10 feet per hit.
That you push them back 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Can't push me back at all. Totally can lower my speed.
Oh, he did give some space in between your allies and the.
Yeah, but it's too far away for me to hit. Most of my AoEs originate from me.
Yes. You
Well,
are an
you can
exploding
move.
mancer.
Yes, I wanted to make an evocationist and thought wizards were lame. I'm just going to use Witch Bolt.
Does he have the advantage for the high ground?
And then is Witch Bolt and attack roll?
Yes. I make an attack roll.
How far up are you?
Let's see, 20 feet? Yeah, because I would have
So you're basically on the ceiling? Yeah.
would have had to walk up.
Yeah, you're basically on the ceiling at this point, anyway.
And I'm going to use Witch Bolt with a sorcery point. I got a 6 or...
19.
Yeah, the 19. I'm going to take the 19
Yeah, that's what I was going to
for the 26.
say. Hit.
Very nice.
What's a sorcery point do?
Distance spell.
Oh.
It's at the limits of the Witch Bolt right now.
Oh, in case it gets pushed further back by
Yeah,
me.
because if you break the tether, I lose the spell.
Which would be rude.
Did you also cast it in a third level slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
like, that's where I put the mark. Third level. Well, what do you? I have lower spell slots? Don't you know every time you cast a spell, it goes from the top down? You can't just use
Sorry,
lower
you
spell
guys,
slots.
like, as you walked into this corridor, and you sensed that something was about to attack you, you
13...
they got extra spell slots.
25. That
25 electricity.
yes!
Unlimited power!
On the ceiling!
Puts it to its turn.
And up 20.
Yeah. Well, with it.
Well within.
Oh yeah, those tethers are huge.
Yeah, it's got like 50 feet. Technically enough that.
If we weren't all there, it could grab her.
It could just sort of keep going through. But yeah, first thing is you.
AC of 14.
That's far shown to have a +5, so. At
More
least.
than that. And so it gets you. It's almost surprised with how easy that was.
Well, it hasn't dealt damage, so it's not breaking your concentration yet.
Like I'm not gonna thunderstep away.
Well, you could, or you could just hold Witch Bolt right next to it until it dies.
Just like...
That seems like
Just damage check it of who dies first.
interesting. Yeah, no, cool. Shield Guardian.
Alright. 17.
17.
I thought I only had 4 tendrils.
Yeah.
One
1 and 3 against the Shield Guardian.
They've got us 10.
No, it can use 4 tendril attacks. It has 10 tendrils.
Oh, okay.
It has 10 tendrils.
It will web your entire party.
6 tendrils. Sorry. That.
But yeah, Fang doesn't stop somatic components.
So.
Just having stuff in your hands does. And things that otherwise make it so you can't move.
Question: does it move? And does the tentacle drag at half movement because the shield guardian's so big and he's trying to pull him through the space while he's scraping along?
I'll take that.
Clunk! Oh god, that sound!
And it can pull 25 feet at a go, I take it.
One there. Oh, then it figures him. Yeah, it pulls everyone 25.
Alright. So it can only pull me 15.
Mhm.
Yep.
Still more than it needs, but it's not the point.
Yeah.
Principle effect.
And then, as far as the ones that are with the two that are within space, yeah, you have successfely made it hate you.
Attention.
Wait, hold on. Does that might
It probably does.
26?
Yeah.
Yes, 26.
Yeah, my AC's 24.
Alright. I was like, wait a minute, that might have actually hit you.
So it has a +7.
I only reduced it by 3, so. Yoink, 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 yoink.
So 28.
Alright, 25 damage.
As it bites into you, and then
That nice half hit.
triggered by that, again to Argyle.
Hits.
Hits.
Another falling one. He just keeps getting dragged into more of their spots.
Yeah. There's one that's trying to get to. I think there's someone within range now.
Yeah, that thing like half hit in one go.
Oh, there. It's gonna stay back there. You got a weapon, right? Longsword. And so let's just try and. He'll just try to slice through. Plus. Hits. What is longsword damage?
D8.
Yeah.
This actually could go either way.
Technically the low range. 4.5 is middle.
Yep.
He could have done a strength check and. He has mostly cut through the tendril that is holding onto it.
And he only gets the one attack. The
Yeah.
action surge.
Actually, let me double check. Did he? Let me check the notes here.
So you'd have to be a 5th level fighter or something to get extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's him. And then Shield Guardian does get to.
Let's see. So Shield Guardian's restrained right now.
Yep, grappled, restrained.
So he's got 0 speed.
Yep.
Question: can Shield Guardian make a, I guess, opposed strength athletics check in order to pull the roper towards him?
No, but you can try and get the tendrils off.
Oh, okay.
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Natural 20. Oh, wait.
And a
1. So, yeah.
Wow.
Really? A 20 and a 1?
Yeah, that was both sides.
But only one
Unfortunately,
count.
disadvantage. He's still stuck.
No.
King is standing.
Yeah, King is just staying out of the way. That one moves there. That one is able to get you.
It hurts itself.
It does.
ah! Just imagine, because it's just like a head, it just falls on you, just like, ah!
Oh, God. What's a natural one? I feel it felt like the space over here.
Yeah.
Just depth perception wrong, splat. What?
You just hear a splat and then groaning.
Henwick?
Nope, they're continuing to go up. They double move.
What a hustle.
Yeah. And now Henwick. Oh, but like these two are technically like back up to the ceiling.
Yeah. Alright. On the since the roper's a big guy, just on his space where he is. Grease.
Fall down. I don't know if he can.
And see if he's got immunity to prone.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
So what does Grease do?
He makes a dex saving throw, or he goes prone. And 16.
Oh, you probably made that.
Yeah,
Eh,
probably.
maybe, but I'm down. The roper has great dex as a stationary object.
Well,
Usually.
if he stays in that spot next turn, he's got to make the saving throw again.
Mm-hmm.
It would be pretty funny.
Now we all have disadvantage.
The
Which
thing,
means everyone has advantage, so we're all just rolling flat.
yeah, no.
Yeah, he's sort of. It's like a sideways stalagmite.
Aha! He's prone. You get advantage on your attacks.
As there is a bit of a softer
that's
underbody.
A range attack. He gets disadvantage,
Yeah. Okay. On disadvantage on range attacks, melee attacks get advantage.
which means all our melee grapples
Kalidan?
normal.
I'm gonna start hitting. It's soft.
I just because none of that actually caused you to lose your.
I haven't taken damage.
Yeah. Like just so you know, right now, like you're like standing there, and there is like arcing around you like electricity from right behind you connected to this.
I am the one, so
Kill him. It's the quickening.
so to take a strength check to break it, would that be the same thing as my? That would be use up my action, so I couldn't attack. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm
And
just
you
gonna
have
attack.
disadvantage at that.
Okay, well I'm just gonna attack.
You have normal roll for attack.
Natural 20.
Is gonna miss. No, hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the other one. So that's let's crap out of here. It's 5. 16. Yeah. Haha! 16. That was too loud. 24, 29, 31 damage.
Hold on.
Is he fine?
And you take your, flaming sword and you, like, sort of angle around now that it's prone and, like, just jab it up through the softer underbelly beneath all these, like, almost like crab-like tendrils. And, like, as it burns inside of it, it just sort of, the tendrils around you just sort of slacken and fall to the ground.
Haha! He fell down and went boom.
Oh, well then I hit that one next to me.
The one that just fell down.
Ah!
I don't know. Is that
17.
prone? Is one that fell down prone?
17.
17 would hit.
8, 12, 19, 21.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I screwed that up. 12 plus 5 is 17.
17.
So that'd be 17 plus 2.
Which is still more than enough to...
I still bungled the math.
Yes, you cannot do math.
Nobody
is surprised.
I gloriously bungled the math.
No one is surprised. Unless anything else, we move on to Jimmy.
Just looking up, seeing them still squirming up there.
Mm-hmm.
Just popping them off. 5 plus 8, 13.
13. I think you hit it, but it didn't seem to do much.
Natural 20.
Hit.
Is it okay?
I push it directly up into the ceiling to see if it will pop off and fall down.
Roll your damage.
7.
You were targeting an actual stalactite the whole time.
No, it does not fall down.
Oh.
Because it's actually a piece of rock.
And the way that is where it is, you push it away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it would slide along the ceiling and then maybe fall.
But
Yes, I've decided I'm going to be Witchbolt friends.
Witchbolt's a good spell.
well, we move on to Erich.
Roper still around?
No, it's dead.
The tendrils have just slackened around you.
It's still standing.
No, it's like on its side right now, laid over. Yeah, like that.
You don't know if it's dead. You could totally spin an action if you're not afraid of these
grapple?
droppy things.
No.
Yeah, well,
Go for the kill shot.
might as well.
Wait, isn't it already being electrocuted? Oh yeah, there you go.
21.
21 damage?
Kill secured.
It was in his,
You got it!
It was in his death throws, saving throws. Now it's dead.
Oh, it seems to have life. It's convulsing.
Get it again!
It's twitching!
I mean, I already cast the spell. I mean,
It would be a waste not to.
Yeah, I only got to trigger it once. No, screw that. I'm triggering it multiple times.
Just keep at it. How long does it go? They can clean up the...
like a minute. Just cook this up real nice.
Okay.
Can we eat it?
After I'm done cooking it, yeah.
Is it tasty?
Well, we'll crispy that critter right up.
I don't know. I got stacked electricity on my ear one time. I wouldn't know what that's like on my tongue. That sounds awful.
Another one dropped directly down onto Argyle.
No, he is now using his longsword against the one that's climbing up the wall beside him.
Oh, okay. Shield Guardian.
Yep.
Punch, 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 punch.
Yeah. Go ahead and...
These two, I think, are on the ceiling, though.
Well,
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So attacking that dude. 6,
17.
17 plus 4, 21.
Well, that's all the way up on the ceiling. You could
Yeah,
walk forward.
Huh?
Or you could just have him walk under him and trigger him.
He's large, and he's got a 5-foot reach, so
That gives him up to like 15 foot, maybe.
yeah, maybe like 15 feet.
You know what more? Because the ceiling is 20 foot up. He can't quite reach them now that they're on the ceiling.
Oh, so
but
these...
this one is down.
Alright, and what about that guy?
The ceiling.
Okay. Well, he'll go over and take care of that dude then.
13.
13 plus 7, 20.
Then it's okay.
And it's 5-9 damage.
1 damage, and he just attacked that one, so yeah. Goes around, he does nothing, goes around to Piercer.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 on Austin.
Take all
Again.
the crits. Well, that'll probably be some concentration.
Would be 15 damage.
Which I think the concentration's still 10 currently. I think it has to crest like 30 before the DC increases.
Yeah, but man, I
You
can't
rolled a
roll.
7.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's plus Constitution or...
It is,
level.
but it's still just 9.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So,
You lose concentration.
you lose concentration on the spell against the dead thing.
No, if it's DC 10, I'd pass it.
Is it? Oh.
I have no idea.
Y'all are the spellcasters.
It's irrelevant. I wouldn't be maintaining the spell next turn anyway.
Yeah.
So you just drop it.
It's irrelevant. I didn't lose concentration. I gave it up willingly.
Yeah,
It's a Constitution saving throw against.
I got proficiency in Constitution.
I don't even know if it's saving throw though.
Yeah, it is.
Green would be Nick.
I have 19.
Yeah, the DC is 10 or half the damage.
So you have to
Whichever's
press
Whichever's
22 before it goes up.
high. Yeah.
Which puts us around to.
And yeah, I would have
Henwick.
lost that by 1.
There's one right beside you.
Did it fall down from the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It missed me and took some damage.
Yeah.
Go shield. Stop that.
Two, 4. Next to. Okay. Alright. The guy that just fell down, I'm gonna shoot him.
The one that fell down over where you were, or that fell down over here
Yeah,
next
the
to where
one
you
that-
just moved to?
The one.
Because you just moved next to another one on the ground.
The one that's
Yeah,
over
with
by
me.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
So,
19 plus
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
D10.
Yeah, D10s.
It was under your hand. Top. Left. Right. There you go. Right there.
What's the claw hit?
10 damage.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, they were. They're there.
And Grace once again pulls through the pinch.
Oh,
Wunderbar.
Control wizard!
that guy can fall down. Now we win.
Paladin?
I have a spell that knocks people down now.
Create a big wave of water that doesn't kill
No.
multiple people.
Is this guy up on the ceiling?
This one's
Yes.
down on the ground.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna move here.
So you'll trigger the other one and kill this one?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think their AC
In the
is
20s.
13, so yeah.
It's higher than that.
8.
But he obviously made it because he gets a bonus to it. He said he thought the AC was 13. I said it's higher, but then...
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
ignoring him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
8, 14, 19.
What? Would you let me do my own math? Stop talking.
Are you up to that point at this point?
Yes, I'm trying to do the math, and y'all
If
just...
you're up to 19, it's already dead.
Well, no, I haven't done any of the addition yet. Y'all keep talking while I'm trying to add. Now you're all just looking at me. Stop it.
If you could at least add out loud, then we could have some entertainment here for the audience as they watch you count.
21?
Yeah, it's dead.
Because you're getting, what, plus 7 to damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is dead. The only two that are remaining are on the ceiling currently, so I'm guessing that's the end since you're melee.
Not necessarily.
You can't switch over to cast right now.
I can throw a hand axe, though.
You could throw a hand axe.
Or could I drop it and use my hand crossbow?
I think your hand crossbow has to be within your hand in order to do the attack action. The same.
Plus, I don't think it would be loaded just on your belt.
No, you'd have it loaded, and you wouldn't have it unloaded.
I mean, realistically, you don't walk around with crossbows loaded.
Yeah,
Because
no.
the bolts fall out.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, also, that's a really heavy string under tension that's just going to pop off and slap you in the leg.
Yeah,
That's going to hurt.
That's just gonna slice down your leg.
Or lose tension and become weak.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I had hand axes. It turns out, if I did, I didn't write them down, which means I left them on the ground somewhere.
Same with Same with whatever javelins you probably had.
Oh, I never had javelins.
Aiming at that one. Plus 8, so 17.
Yep.
8 damage. Slide it 10 feet across the ceiling.
What, the one underneath me? Better not. Okay, good. Because the one I'm underneath, I'm counting on coming down here so I can hit it.
Yeah, I just have the hand crossbow listed.
19. 1 damage, another 10 feet.
Only 1 damage?
Yeah. I did not take Agonizing Blast.
What does that do?
It gives me my Cha modifier.
Get only move anyway. At that point, it's kind of stuck.
Yeah, I'm just slamming it.
Yeah, it's just in a corner.
Hey, you can't move!
My feet
Also, it can't move.
Yeah,
Deliberately
Erich?
standing underneath one, just looking at it. Like, get down here.
What are their intelligence? Yeah, it's falling for it.
Literally.
Does it try to get away and find a point of safety to remain its family on? No.
My only ranged cantrip. Vicious Mockery.
Oh yes, make it have disadvantage on the fall towards Bob.
You are silly, and your parent is dead.
Yes.
Look at you. You move like
I
something.
forgot to take a picture of Vicious Mockery.
Nick has it.
There it is.
Yes.
2d4 damage.
Does it have to understand you?
Nope.
If the target can hear you, it need not understand.
No. That's why it doesn't actually matter what you're saying to it. It's just a psychic attack that wizards or bards and all that decided, hey, you know what would be fun with this psychic attack?
Needs a
Making
wisdom
fun of
saving throw.
someone.
Well, that is. I think it has verbal components, and that is what it is.
Yeah, but
Your verbal component is making fun of it.
Yeah, but it could also be boobity boobity, and it would still do
That
psychic
is
damage.
that is not the component.
Hey, you can't tell me how my sorcery works. I'm just yelling pow and crack-a-boom! Those are
not
all my
mockery.
verbal components.
It's not mockery. It needs a what save?
Wisdom.
That really depends upon how you say it. Anything you say could be
16.
mockery.
Fail.
It takes 2d4
2.
psychic damage.
5
5 psychic damage.
And doesn't have disadvantage on this next attack.
Disadvantage on the next roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
So that drop on Bob.
It will take if it's not dead.
Shield Guardian.
I
No
mocked it
targets.
pretty good.
He's got no targets.
Shield Guardian, pick me up.
Before you go.
Because I can range attack with Shocking Grasp, it takes a sorcery point.
Does 18 hit?
Me? No.
Don't forget its damage.
No. I'm just glad he didn't kill himself.
Oh, man. Would he have if it was...
No. What- He's like, we're gonna wait.
You're just over here. Pop, pop,
Henwick.
pop, pop. Don't go in that corner.
Alright, I attack that guy.
Which one?
This dude.
Okay. The one that's still on the ceiling.
Yeah.
As he lifts you up.
He would have to move. Do
Okay.
you have to see him?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Pick me up and walk over here.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, alright.
3 damage.
If it fell on someone, it was going to die.
It couldn't move. You had...
No, be
no.
locked up in the
It was a
corner.
that was what you just did 1 damage to.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, seriously? It's like, what? Okay. Kalidan.
I'm going to try and hit it. I rolled a natural 1. I missed.
Do it again.
I rolled an 18. I think I
dies.
hit it. 4, 8,
It dies.
15.
It dies and is goopy.
Mm-hmm. whole frame boiled.
Does it smell good?
No.
With that 17 Arcana check, does Henwick remember that ropers have hordes?
Have what?
They
No
end
idea
up they end up eating adventure, and they just have a sack inside them.
Oh,
full of stuff.
hordes.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what you were trying to say there.
Oh, sorry. They have
That's like-
hordes. Against roper women.
The way most people's voice boxes work is they make a noise and that noise comes out. Your voice box makes a noise, sends it to the butcher shop so they can give it a quick choppy, and then sends it out.
Ah, yes.
It's sliced into slices for your convenience.
It would be way more convenient if it wasn't. It's like someone who minces strawberries. It's like, here you go, enjoy. What about a spoon? No, just they're strawberries. Just eat them.
I would eat, like, whole strawberries.
There are still a whole bunch of stalactites on the ceiling.
Okay, I'll go stand underneath each and every one of them.
Bob's just wandering around, looking up with the shield.
Yeah, can I take some nature defensive action?
Yes, you take the dodge action as you move underneath.
But nothing else seems to fall in this area.
What if I throw rocks at them?
Guys,
You can get parts of
guys.
some of them to break off and fall.
Say, whatever, fighting against the roper, I just figured it out. I finally figured it out. We'll no longer have to actually carry around dead bodies anymore. I can make them carry themselves.
Oh,
Hold on, let me write this down.
Oh, hold on. I just had an epiphany.
Henwick sits in the corner and starts writing in his book.
Survival check to cut open one of these slug things and see if it's edible.
Survival check to cut open the roper and see if it's edible. Natural 1, it probably is.
With natural 1, you're having trouble cutting it open.
9 on mine.
I got a 5.
You succeed in cutting it open. You're not so confident this would be fit for eating.
Douse it away, but it's like, can I make a steak out of this? Yeah, not really. Yeah, well,
Maybe.
What about me? Did I not even get it cut open? Can I try again?
No, you can't.
But I want to know if it's tasty.
Look over the roper. Don't think that I can actually do him yet.
Well, shoot. If we're going to take a break, I'm not going to make a check. I'm just going to want to cut this open and try and cook it.
Cut what?
The roper. Toss a little...
He's just carving out a steak. Gonna make a little fire and start cooking.
What do you try to cut into it with?
I have a dagger.
You're able to get perhaps like a tendril off.
Is the rest of it too hard?
Yes, it has a stone coat. It is yeah.
Well, cut from the soft underbelly thing that we already exposed. Yes, that outer
already
stalactite
pre-cooked.
rock is actual rock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just thunderclap a hole into it? That's thunder damage.
Just cracking it.
Is that a
It's a cantrip. Just sitting there going making a whole bunch of noise. Bah, bah,
yeah,
bah.
he is. It's annoying while you're trying to write, but he is just repeatedly just echoing through this cavern.
Not echoing. It's only 100 foot of range, and then the sound just stops.
That's not how sound works.
That's how the spell says it works.
No, it's not.
That is what the spell says.
The spell says that it can be heard for 100 feet.
No, it says it puts a noise out that is heard 100 feet.
Mhm.
So it stops after.
Or maybe it doesn't. It is at the very least heard
That's
for
a
100
good point.
feet.
That's a good point. Thunderclap says it does 2d8 damage, but it doesn't say it doesn't do more. It could be 12.
Just keep rolling dice and tell them the total.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
feel
I
like
have an
that.
environment that can amplify sound.
Well, the point is, that's how I get it open.
It takes quite a while.
Yeah, what? I can't hear you. Fine.
I'm also trying to get it open.
With
A magical sword.
okay.
It's magical.
I'm gonna go ahead and
No, not
while
on fire
he's making
right now.
noise, going to close my book for now. I'm going to start casting Lehman's Tiny Hut.
But
You finish your casting before he finishes his noise.
Even with me being helpful?
Yes.
Because I've been concerned as to whether or not it was edible for quite some time.
It'd take that long. I'd quit after like 3 minutes.
Okay. You at that point you are noticing that bits of rock are crumbling. You are noticing progress at that point, but it is.
I do have a shatter spell.
No, Shield Guardian, come over and punch this.
Just tear it apart.
Yeah.
Can I strength check it apart?
Or at least reach into the underbelly and just
Not
start
with the
scooping it
tools
out.
you have. Yeah, you can scoop out the bottom, and you get about a foot worth of goop before the stone on the interior has gone up to, a very small.
What if I use
point.
my battle axe? Is it like the sword's not blunt enough to start bashing it in? Because I'm pretty sure since I have an adventurer's pack, I also have a pickaxe.
Oh,
You?
I have a dungeoneer's pack, so I probably have at least a hammer.
Yeah, hammer and pittance for that. Just start
Yeah,
hitting
something
it
like
open.
that is much more geared towards
Or
breaking.
can I use someone else's smith's tools for breaking things?
Well, the pittance
Something
would
like that.
work.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, so can I just use
Yeah.
those? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, much better tool than the sword.
Dungeoneer's pack's got a crowbar, a hammer, pittance.
Okay, yeah, so you do have some tools. Yeah, you can do it strength check.
Just pop.
Would it be
If you're
athletics, acrobatics, or can I use my strength saving throw?
it would be a strength check.
Okay, so just straight strength. Okay, so that's 17.
17 takes a bit, but you're able to basically start prying apart bits of it. Where's the fleshy goodness?
I have to be over here while I'm casting this so you guys can actually be in the bubble.
Okay, yeah, you're smart enough to also recognize that. As you get a few stones apart, you notice there's not a whole lot of fleshy goodness inside of here. There is some sort of liquid that seems acidic based on the way it is treating your crowbar, but also the bits of the inside of this stone that you've just pried off of, like the stone plating that you've pried off of a bit of it, does have a bunch of almost like crystalline structure on the interior.
Okay, I saved those bits.
So the roper is not edible.
It's either made of goo or acid, but
So
it
it's
has
really-
shinies inside.
you pulled off a plate that's about this big from it, and there's like a growing crystal structure growing on the inside.
I put it aside for the big brains to look at.
Okay.
In the
But otherwise, that has revealed into the interior, and it just sort of was like a liquid acid in here.
Okay, can I dump out the liquidy acid stuff and look for more crystals?
Uh,
You can.
And I was like, I guess we're not eating it. Jump out acid. Okay, now we're just breaking off these rocks for shinies.
Yeah, you've now made a big acid puddle here. Assume you're smart enough to find a slightly lower point for it to pull up in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, as you do, yeah, it looks like there's the interior of it is coated with it.
Okay, I take all the crystals.
How do you harvest those?
Can I use my pittance almost like a chisel?
I could damage all of them.
And so at this point, do you just continue to pry it open so you can reach the rest of the inside of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do that for a while. You've cast your thing?
Yep.
Yeah. Or do you continue once he stops thundering?
No, I'll just finish the casting.
Okay.
It's like it's a ritual on Wolf not care. I started, therefore I'll finish.
I'll finish. We've got 8 hours of playtime.
After watching him do this, it's like, can I show this to Henwick? Your crystals?
Have something like. I go. I wonder if he realizes the only reason I keep things like this is because I don't understand them. Probably should get them to someone smarter than me.
I'll just take that as a yes and bring this sort of you after it's done.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the crystalline structure, analyzing any value to it, material
Well.
components, money.
Both?
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Let's
harvest
go ahead and-
all of it and rip apart this entire thing. Because apparently it has delicious money inside of it.
Yes.
Can I do any sort of appraisal of it?
Can you do a magical identify on it and figure out what it is, but even though it's not magical?
No.
I don't know. We
That's
also
so-
might want to throw up detect magic because adventurers are probably dead here. There might be magic around.
Yeah, could be, but
I don't know.
Well,
Anywhere we
well-
have a battle.
yeah. We'll have to do that later. While I'm inside the bubble, it's not going to penetrate.
Yeah.
Unless you have a specific.
Investigation.
No, it would be
Survival, knowledge of nature.
probably knowledge nature. You can do knowledge nature.
Okay.
8. Yeah, you're not exactly sure. Do you basically just scrape the?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the entire thing apart.
Yeah, you pull it apart and just sort of basically scrape the gem bits from the rock bits.
Yep. Taking all the gem bits from all the rock bits. And I'm
Do
breaking
you
them
have
apart.
anything to keep what is essentially almost like a gem dust?
Well, wait a minute. Is this guy an aberration?
No.
No? Okay.
Don't think so.
Coin pouch.
Yeah, I have tobacco pouches.
Specifically made for holding dust.
Yeah, I actually have 2 tobacco pouches, so I'm
And
going
no
to...
real care for tobacco.
Yeah, I'm going to relocate the tobacco to making it Argyle's problem and keeping the pouch.
Here, I gave away your magic pipe to a freaking
Doppelganger.
doppelganger. But here's your tobacco weed that I've just been carrying. Has been dunked in water. It's a couple.
Yeah, it
months
sort of
old.
looks at the condition of it and is like, well, thought that counts. As he just sort of tosses it into the pool of acid.
Ryan, you're going to carry the
He doesn't want to
dust
dip
and
some of
all the
that
corn,
tobacco?
all the...
He does not.
I'm giving the dust and all the crystals and all that stuff to you, since
Okay.
you have the big bag of I can carry things.
Sure.
Which is currently full of bones, but
Yeah,
here,
that's not my
have some
problem.
juice.
That's an entire adventure item that he's for the good of the group. Is carrying bones.
Hey, he's now smart enough. He might have skeletons come later.
Yeah, so he also has a regular backpack and has the lowest amount of stuff that he's carrying right now because of
And technically, the ability to hand said backpacks to his giant machine.
yeah
And he has a computer they can write it down on.
yeah.
Above all things.
Above all things, Ryan's the best at keeping notes,
Mhm.
and I trust him. And well, I trust this character not to just start selling that off and stealing crap.
Nope.
Some of your characters,
More specifically, that one character that I played in the max damage
Does
campaign, he would have totally...
Anyone happen to have proficiency with jeweler's tools?
Nope.
no.
And they-
Oh,
Water vehicles and navigators.
Wait,
I know how to sail.
I have half proficiency with jeweler's tools.
Is that also for tool proficiencies?
I think so.
I've got a 15 in singing. I'm singing to my rock.
Dig the dig along day. Just gotta
No,
forget. What did the dwarves?
16 tons, I think is what I'm going to do.
Ah,
Because I love that song.
It's a good song.
Every time it comes on when
Add
I'm at work.
proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check that you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus. Tool proficiency or ability checks, so yes.
You may make it. You have disadvantage.
man, touch your die.
No, you touch fixed dice.
Natural 20 or a 15.
15 plus half would be enough for you to more or less appraise the gem dust that it has, and it is basically the equivalent of 1,000 gold of diamond dust or powdered diamond.
Yes.
Which is both valuable and specifically a component for a number of spells. Dust, powder, whatever.
So, what about all the... Are these diamonds?
They're
They're close enough for magic purposes.
Yeah. Well, you don't have any physical things. It literally it's a coating of it. Almost think of it like the inside of a geode.
Okay.
That you have basically scraped that off of the rock, creating a dust that is at least magically equivalent to A diamond, yes.
Nifty. I'm going to break this entire thing apart.
Yeah, you find no more than what you already had, but yeah, you...
We now have 8,000 GP of diamond.
We've now left a message to all the ropers.
We're going to murder you and scrape your insides out.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we will
Hold on.
brutalize you.
No, we really
After
need to
that,
find more
I'll
ropers.
split open a couple of small ones and see if they have anything nice on.
No, someone already did that.
Well, that was me trying to check if steak, but now it's like, do they have any rocky bits?
They don't.
Oh, okay.
They have like a tough skin that has an appearance of rock, but it doesn't actually have any rock shell on it at this point that has not yet grown.
Okay. Sweet.
I wonder how much it costs to raise one of these things so we can kill it and harvest its insides.
Morality, they're evil. Cost morality.
Humanity.
What? I don't see that any different than raising cows to slaughter.
And frankly, if you put it in the right cage where it just can't shoot tentacles out at people, just throw like
Nah,
pigs or something in there.
You sever the tentacles when it's young, so it never knows what it's like to have them.
They regrow.
They
like
regrow.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah, you Hercules, man. Solder some iron bars on every stump.
You can't do that. It won't count. It's because you got help.
What?
10 laborers of Hercules became 12 because he cheated on 2, or at least that's what the king said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still did it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But he's like, doesn't count. Doesn't count. You got help from your friend.
do we wait an hour and recharge whatever we use?
You're waiting, I think, at least an hour. He
I want to
gets
go
his
to...
thing, copies his spell. How long do you raise your corpses?
Well, I can't do that. I'd have to take a long rest to re-prepare.
Okay.
Yeah, so either way, scraping the thing out probably took an hour.
Sure. Yes, you may have your short rest.
I don't get one. No! Get that away from
Give me
here.
that.
No!
It's a 6, by the way.
Just toss it as I mean, really, if your dice cases hadn't been right there, that would have gotten right into your dice. You got to be careful. I would have had to buy him all new dice.
I would have just brought my own. I own dice. I could just bring my own.
Yeah, when we first started filming, you bought dice to do that with. You never brought them.
Yeah, they're still at home.
And one more. There
I've
we
used
go.
them. Because
That'll
David
do it.
gets annoyed when I keep using my phone to roll dice. I don't
There
know
we
why.
go.
but he does.
That fills me up. Took all 5 of my hit dice.
Nice. Argyle.
Argyle's rests, and he seems fine.
And no one else took damage?
All my HDs are double.
I did.
I didn't.
I took 25 damage.
Do you want to spend your hit dice? I will sing a song of rest.
He does not have...
Really? How much is home?
Unless he wants to pay another
Okay,
hour.
that's
He basically spends his hour working on the...
Yeah, I was
No, it
working.
wouldn't have helped
Yeah.
me.
Can't
On
you
the
cast
last
healing spells on me, then take a short rest?
Yeah, I'll cast 2 level 1 heals in my warlock slot.
Yep.
And regain that after half.
Yep.
So that is 8 and 10. So 18.
Now I only have a little bit of damage.
Okay.
I only have 7 damage on me now.
And...
And no, I didn't cast any actual spells.
Which I still have second wind, which I've never used, not once.
We've had you use it multiple times.
Second wind?
Yes.
I've only used action search. I don't think I've ever used second wind.
We've had you do it. It's a bonus action for a D10 of health plus con.
Oh, I don't remember. It's plus level.
Plus level, yeah.
Probably during the fight against the undead ogre thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I probably did. I don't remember.
Pretty sure you also did it against the Minotaur.
That was like years ago.
Yeah. So, after a rest, we start moving forward again.
Yep.
Because this time we didn't burn nearly as many spells, except for Austin, but that's just how Austin rolls. With, dropping third level
The
bombs.
earthquake kills you all.
I don't know, you got back some sorcery points.
I think I only get those back on a long rest.
And that,
All that said... Yeah, no, there's... You are able to continue through unscathed the rest of the day.
You wanted me to cast Detect Magic just to have a quick look around?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that too, just to see.
Nothing other than...
Us guys.
Yeah.
All of our magic items.
Not just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, anywhere an adventurer can die is somewhere you check for magic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the Underdark, where magic is more prolific.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, long rest for 2 points.
But you reach night and get one of those.
Oh, we're to nightfall now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Eric. Can I see the pearl?
What?
Can I see the pearl?
Pearl of Power.
It's got to be attuned.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
want to
he's
do.
wanting to take it from you.
I use this every day. So far.
But I need it for more skeletons. Or at least to create undead, then control undead.
Can I have it tomorrow?
That's the same thing. That's the point. I use this every day.
His only...
Well, you could sit there, read the book, and figure out how to put it in the Shield Guardian.
No, I wouldn't have to do that.
Thought you had to figure out how it worked to use its extra
yeah, no,
ability.
I'd say I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had some time to...
Okay. But no, that wouldn't even help.
It'll give you an extra cast.
No, it wouldn't.
It can hold a spell, so you would cast Raise Dead the day
I
before.
would I would cast a spell, put it in there, and then I'd be down that spell slot.
Yeah, then you rest, and then it would reset. It would still have the spell, and you would have the spell, so you can do it twice in a day.
Yeah,
Same.
once.
Yeah.
For one day.
But you just have to create undead, then you control like 4 of them with one casting.
Yeah, that's true. So,
It's a
whatever,
bootstrapping.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put that spell in there.
It's boxy.
The spell guardian spell has no effects, but is stored in the guardian when commanded to do so by the wearer.
Your dream involves a roaper with ravens shooting out from where its tendrils ought to come.
Bird Gatling.
Yeah.
Gatling Gull.
Is my crowbar broken?
And it can be 4th level.
Not broken, damaged. It still would function, but
I'm gonna have to
It's like pitted.
yeah.
It's still a crowbar.
Yeah, it still functions as a crowbar.
I'm just saying it's gonna get flung at something with catapult.
You discovered you had all this stuff in the pack that fits the needs.
No, now I'm just imagining you as, Freeman, crowbar and little
What's the name of the other things that we fought?
droppers.
Yeah, the head folly droppers.
Oh, piercers?
Drop bears.
No, I think crowbar's too heavy.
It's over 5 pounds.
It is 5 pounds. There you go. So you're just inside.
Yeah, but the piercers remind me of things from Half-Life.
Ice crabs?
Yeah.
No, really, they're worms.
Well, I still go for your head.
Or whatever part they can manage to land on.
If the roper was on the sailing, he'd be like one of those dudes that tentacles.
They
down
can do
and-
that.
I don't like those things. They were really annoying.
They can do that. I just felt bad about the idea of giving him advantage by giving him high ground.
It's like, you bastard.
If I hadn't done it like on the last one, I might have, but I was like, I just did that.
It'd be funnier because Ryan would grease the ceiling.
Anyways, so morning comes. I imagine you have something you're doing.
Yeah. I get to prepare spells.
You get left overnight, right?
Yeah, full heal.
Yeah. So do you do your casting in the early day? Or do you wait?
When I wake up. Hold on. Let's see. I get. So. 1, 2.
Ryan's soon going to be his own party. Shield Guardians, Undead, Paw.
Just saying, pet classes are great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially if they can actually do the same function as a tank, as well as a tank.
Yeah, I tank fairly well. I just don't have high enough health to really pull it off yet. That's why I was actually considering taking a feat.
One more.
She didn't.
You don't prepare spells, you just get everything on your list, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's their.
The feat would
You
give me
didn't,
more health now than my constitution.
Yeah,
You
but you
still
can
got
still
Fog
up the
Cloud?
con twice. So I figure doing that would be good, getting you up to a 20. That would give you the same as it.
Yeah, but I could still do that after I take the feat. So I could take the feat now, gain twice the amount of health that I would get from getting up my con, then up my con next time.
Yeah. Only bad thing about that is I think it would put you on an odd number. No, that one doesn't give a con. Yeah.
Okay. The spell that I'm going to do for the Shield Guardian, so I'm going to put Counterspell inside of him.
Even if it did, I would just find another feat that would up my con by 1.
With the
I think the only other one besides
trigger
that is
component
the one
that
that gives
he
you con
sees
save,
a
which you already have.
enemy casts a spell within the range.
So just first spell, throw a counter.
Yep. So he's going to have Counterspell inside of him. So,
And what is enemy?
Not our group.
Yeah, not friendly.
Okay.
Somebody who's obviously attacking us or casting a spell without trying to talk to us.
Hostile.
Yeah, hostile. So
I love Ryan's giant falchion compared to his body.
Oh, the little pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he's busy on that today. Who's navigating their way through the caverns? Just on your own?
Well, I'll help, so advantage.
Okay. Well, 15 or 19. I guess I'll take the 19.
You make some pretty good ground today.
That'd be 23.
Looking for crystals. Shimmer shine.
Actually, I have light on something and pointing it up towards the ceiling as we're walking now.
Paranoia.
Just walk on the ceiling.
Well, a lot of things have attacked from above. The spiders did, this has.
It would be much better if they would just drop the second I walk past. That would make it easier.
anybody got whatever simple ranged weapons?
Yes, I have a bow and a hand crossbow.
Light crossbow. And a dagger.
Okay. Can't use hand crossbow, that's martial.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, but
One-
I'm looking to get stuff.
He's
One
looking
of them
for
can.
actual
Hmm?
simple.
One of them, at least, I think we said could.
One of them's got had a longbow, and I've got the longbow. I think I need arrows, though. I don't know if I got any.
I have 2 quivers.
Hmm?
I have 2 quivers.
full of arrows.
I actually bought an extra quiver of arrows because we were going into the Underdark, and I didn't know how prevalent they would be.
But yeah, if anybody's willing to give up their short bows or light crossbows,
I have longbows and quivers and nothing.
well, I need the arrows too.
Well, you can have a quiver.
Okay.
I have 1 full quiver.
Hope you enjoyed bookkeeping, because right now Ryan is doing bookkeeping.
Hey, it's very important
you
for a
enjoy
wizard
the Ryan does
necromancer.
bookkeeping.
Sorry, I need to audit my files here.
So unless we hit another encounter and we're just walking along. So.
Well, I don't know if he's doing this in the morning or in the evening.
No, I'll do it now.
When is now? We
And when-
have reached both.
No, when, after I wake up.
Okay, so you do that when you
Before
wake
he
up.
puts
What
on
do
his
you do?
makeup.
Okay,
You haven't said yet.
I'm going to get out whatever, the brigand guy who killed Namrax, get his body out. And I'm going to get out longbow skeleton, and let's see, how many light crossbow did you have?
I have my light crossbow.
Okay, so you're not giving that up. But you only have a longbow.
I have a longbow and a hand crossbow.
Okay. So
I might occasionally need that long.
I'd be perfectly fine giving up
Let's
the
be
longbow
fair,
because
you only
the
have
hand
the one
crossbow
range
is more useful because I don't have to
cantrip.
drop my shield for it.
Yeah, I need this.
if you don't mind, I'll take it.
Alright.
Alright.
Do you want the other quiver of arrows too?
Can't have
Since I no
my
longer have a
sword.
bow.
Sure.
Okay, the other quiver is, I've shot a few, and we'll see. I've shot 6 out of 20.
No,
So you're only getting 12.
I think you're
Wait,
shooting
nope,
at the...
14.
no, 14.
What?
It's like, what did he shoot at? It was the hook drawer.
I shot at a bunch of stuff. I shot a couple arrows with notes attached to them.
Okay, so I get him out. Yeah, I get him out, and then longbow skeleton and one of the regular skeletons.
Alright.
You can
Alright.
cast Raise Fit, 3 times, then one tomorrow?
I'll get out another of the generic skeletons, so at least that'll give me 4.
Okay.
Alright, so I cast Animate Dead twice.
Okay.
Oh, so it raises 2 at a time, then you can hold
Yep.
4?
Yep.
So, and what's their speed?
Skeletons or zombies?
Whichever is lower. Are either of them slowing you down?
Well, Ryan's is 20, isn't it?
25.
Zombies is 20, and skeletons are 30.
Okay, so skeletons are fine. The zombie is slightly slowing you down.
I don't know, the shield guardian could just carry it. We only have 1 zombie.
Yep.
Just hold on to the shield guardian's back.
It has no room to judge. Clank. It seems almost a little standoffish from
Undead warrior.
yeah, undead and necromancer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he's been a necromancer the whole time, so
Yeah, I've had Paul crawling around all over the place.
Just visually think of the difference.
Yeah.
you know this is just bad judgment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got to get over your prejudices, Clank. Necromancers are people too.
But you know what isn't people? Skeletons.
Well, no, those
People.
Those are skeletons.
Yeah.
Those are skeletons.
Skeletons.
Otherwise, you
Give a longbow to one of the skeletons.
you make some decent distance and have another evening. Dreams of
Gumdrops?
Skeletons with fire?
No.
No fire in their eyes
No.
anymore.
dreams flying over a river and into a cavern aligned with crystals,
I think
hopping with some frogs.
we're getting close. That's another guy.
And what do you do in the morning of the following day?
Cast Reassert.
Okay. And then carry on my wayward
Yeah,
son.
and-
It went through my mind, out of my mind into your mouth. I don't know how I did that.
Because Kansas is amazing.
I helped Bob again
What?
for a survival check.
And that's one.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have any additional armor they're not using?
Nope.
I think scale mail's been passed down. I think we have a free
Yeah,
scale
did you
mail.
guys sell that?
I don't think we were thinking about it. I don't think Ryan ever did.
Yeah, did you ever take in and... No, you actually never did shopping while you were in town, did you?
No.
So you technically are still carrying a set of scale mail they gave you to sell.
No. Okay.
It's like, this is a different scale mail, I swear. Weren't you supposed to sell that?
I put scale mail on zombie.
Okay.
Make the tankier of the two tankier.
Yeah.
Well, you carry on, and after not long, you can start to hear.
Yay, we're no longer deaf.
Let me finish my sentence. What?
No, it's not funny.
We're
but
up
it's
to 11 temporary hit points when you give your speeches now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, we got 4 new people that you need to talk to.
So I have to spend like 20 minutes in the morning.
As he has a separate point where he talks to the zombie, to the undead.
Listen, you got this.
And then it's like, well, he can get 6 people at a time, so it's like, alright, Clink Argyle, get in next to the zombies and the skeletons.
Clink will not.
She's like, I want to be in the other group.
Yeah, you can get in next to the zombies in the skeleton.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's the Paul, the skeletons, and you are all your own group.
Argyle almost seems a little not put off, frightened, just pensive with your new ability.
Well, it's going to help free slaves and start a war.
Whenever I see his face being pensive, I'm like, if only he had gone up to the surface like I wanted him to, he wouldn't be dealing with this right
And
now.
it's like, whatever. If he gives me that kind of look like he's thinking, I'm like, you must use all the parts of your enemies.
He kind of gives you a very... almost kind of grits his teeth.
Neutral pragmatic.
And you walk on for maybe about another hour towards the river before he responds.
My guy was a guard because that was all he was good for.
You reach a river. The tunnel kind of reaches off, and there's a bit of a 3 to 5 foot drop down into water that is flowing down below you, and
There's
about
there must be a boat.
10 or so feet away on the other side, there's another cliff that goes up into another cavern, almost like this river has cut through this pathway. And as you reach it, Argyle sort of steps up and steps back and makes a run to hop over the river.
I grab him by the back of his shirt. We have a grappling hook.
As you do, and he almost like you're trying to get him to fall into the river.
No.
If you grab him, he's basically down, and you're holding him as he's about halfway in the river.
Now drop him. Teach him a lesson.
Uncle Argyle, look before
Make a
you
strength check if you want to pull him back up.
22.
You manage to pull him up, to which he almost just sort of pushes you back against the wall.
Just holding him. Grappling hook.
Which he kind of gives you an exasperated look of, it's a simple jump. Kind of backs up,
I point at the river.
and he leaps the river. Your
Feel
mother would be
another-
so disappointed in what a coward you've become.
I throw the grappling hook at him. 13.
Okay. Yeah, tings off of the shield. And sort of kicks it into the river. You have the other rope, you can pull it up, but
Yeah, I pull it up.
you're miserable. You're sickening. And he just sort of turns and walks
Okay.
back. It continues along.
I turn around and start leaving. Heading back to the surface.
Huh?
Where are you going? Just look at the two. And ask you, where are you going?
Ryan,
To say to the thing, I
you
guess
can
go home
slightly
then.
see as some of the larger people ahead of you go out, that the cavern just beyond the river that he's just gone to seems to have some sort of crystalline structure growing within it.
I can see the crystals.
Make a camera.
Either use it or hand it. As coming up the path, Argyle has leaped and headed through a room
It's a
into
big leap, 10 feet.
a room of crystals. That's why he needed a running start. To move his strength score in feet.
Oh, there's not a check with that, just a flat.
No, not if the ceiling's high enough.
Oh, well, I probably wouldn't have stopped it if I had known how that works. But, oh well. Guess I'm getting a new character now.
But so you see that you've now reached
The crystal
the
cavern.
crystal caverns.
Ah. And we've reached the crystals.
And
I can see them.
Kalidan is turning to walk away at the...
Well, adventure's not for everybody. Some people just don't have the stomach.
Is no one going to try and talk you out of this?
I asked you
How about
where
the
you're
other
going.
bar?
Yeah, I asked you where you're going. You didn't answer and just kept walking away. It's like,
Do you think he's capable of answering right now?
he has a stone.
Like, Argyle, did you take his stone?
Argyle has now walked across and is... entered
Argyle, have you taken his stone?
Argyle does not reply.
It's
Some of you
seems to
did
be
hear
smart.
something about his mother being shouted at him over a river, so you kind of heard, basically, that he was just insulted by him.
Horrendously so.
Well,
They don't necessarily know exactly what he's just said, but or the extent of why that is what he said.
Well, they did see me get into a humongous fight with someone way higher level than me.
No, that was
getting
inside a
violent from
tent.
cats.
Oh.
You heard it.
But nothing about
Nothing
what
about
it was.
mother. Yep.
yeah, and then I'll go ahead and go with Kalidan. And it's like, what did he do?
Yes, we'll split the party here.
Yes! Perfect spot!
Just sitting on the edge of the river.
And
walking.
it's like, come on, guys, let's leave Uncle Argyle to be enslaved again, I guess.
But the crystals are that way.
Well, we gotta figure out what's going on with Kalidan.
We've already been that way. You're heading back from where we came.
You're a terrible party.
That waylay's not adventurer, young wizard.
Well, hold on.
That story has been told. This is the story.
Remember, that was the
coming.
Roper story? It was good,
Yeah,
but...
it was good.
Something dramatic's happening. You gotta put that into the plot.
What? What values drama?
No, high adventure. Always high
Yeah,
adventure.
I mean, tension, action, tragedy. I don't have a D word in my vocabulary.
He's trying to have a character moment here.
Yeah, I don't approve of those.
I like my story where the hero doesn't learn crap.
Kalidan, he's trying to write you out.
Just looking back, whispered, come on back. It's okay, buddy.
I'm trained in athletics. I'm going to try and jump that gap.
I think you need...
I got a +4.
No, it's your strength score.
Oh, I have a 13.
Yes, you would need a athletics check.
Alternatively, you have spider climb and could just walk along the ceiling.
That also works.
Yeah, but high adventure.
12.
I got a 16.
Yeah, you land the jump.
Aha!
After like 2 or 3 minutes, he's now walking back. I'll go find Bob and try to diplomacy him back. He's like, Argyle's obviously being a dick, but we should still make sure he doesn't die or get enslaved again.
I would gladly watch him get into a fight and then just, give him advice from the sidelines.
15 on persuasion.
For who?
For Bob. Argyle's being Argyle's being a dick, but we shouldn't let him die. You should come back and finish out the mission.
You should come and drag him home!
Yeah, basically. It's like, hey, you still have the ability to drag him home.
You move into the crystalline... You move forward alone.
Well, isn't Argyle up there?
You do not see Argyle ahead, but you know he walked in that direction.
Well, then, yeah, I'm going to look around and see what these crystals are about.
Okay.
Is that enough to persuade my character?
Is it?
Large
up to you.
15's not bad. Yeah, that's really up to you.
Yes.
He has succeeded at... Hold on, wait.
Difficulty ratings.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, what is that called?
It's like, I don't want to go. My character totally would, though.
Yeah, no, that's a moderate level of success. That is... And a lot of it you can depend on what he's asking for.
It's like, you still have a chance to drag him back. He's not dead yet.
Yeah, that's a problem, is you started with that.
You still have the ability to drag him back, or
No, he's not dead yet. Character kind of wants him dead.
Well, not dead yet means that you have an option to yes or no that. You have not yet killed him. You missed with your grappling hook. You have to try. You could take it in that way too.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, he totally turns around then. That's not persuasive enough to make him turn around, but I totally want him to, so he's turning around because I don't want to lose my character
Over that.
yeah.
So my
It would have been
character-
terrible if you really did walk away with what we're about to go through for your character. I mean, I don't know if you noticed it, but he just had a bit of a turn. But otherwise, so we have Erich and Argyle on the far end, at the entrance to or somewhere within the crystalline room, and I think everyone else is still on the other side of the river, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's where we will pick up next time.
So good time to start throwing on shatters.
Yes, if you hate all these crystals. It's like, these can be used for shatter.
I guess it's picking up dust again.
No, clearly you drive by shatter potion shops.
If they haven't warded against it, that's their fault.
It's really not.
This could bankrupt
You haven't
me.
lined your storefront with bulletproof windows and bomb-proof doors. It's your fault.
Let's just go with 2,000 experience. And
No change?
no change this time. And join us next time to find out what's up with Kalidan.
Argyle? Kalidan's fine now.
Argyle.
I just need it.
Argyle and Kalidan. What goes on between them?
Basically the same person.
It's like there's been several times where I'm like, oh, my character's about to die. I really hope someone stops me.
Don't worry, adventure comes for us all.
Yes, but
Join us next time. Bye.